Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, taking flight in the Boeing 747-8, not a 400, I'd like to do a 400, but no window views, and also potentially slightly buggy. So, 747-8 today, flying in Cathay Pacific colours on a flight from here in Taipei to Hong Kong Kai Tak. So, using the REDWING SIM Kai Tak scenery today for the approach, which should be rather good indeed. We'll jump the aircraft, set it all up, prepare ourselves for a flight today, which is about 1 hour and 55-ish minutes, so not a long one, but certainly a fun one, especially the landing. And fingers crossed, this one is child's play compared to Paro. So set the aircraft up, set the airplane up as standard, you know the drill. Head in the cockpit and turn it all on. So batteries on, solar power sets. Sets the 3 IRS to nav. Set the temperatures to automatic. That's what we'll do. And we'll turn the logo lights on. If I can find it. Again, whenever I fly with the different aircraft, it's a case of familiarising myself, remind myself where everything is. Right, down to the FMS. Let's start programming this. So we're currently at Taipei. If I try to remember the airport's name, Taoyuan, is that how you pronounce it? It's the bigger of the two airports. So the ICAO code for that is Romeo Charlie Tango Papa. Not in database. It's always a bit of fun. This is it. Give me a second. Yeah, RCTP. There we go. We'll take that, stick it into the iris position. That's all fine. We'll head over to the routes and we'll plug in our route. So once again, Romeo Charlie Tango Papa to, well, Kai Tak used to be Victor Hotel Hotel Hotel, which is now the new airports in Hong Kong airports. But what Microsoft Flight Sim did first, and now all flight sims follow, is they change ICAO codes to Victor Hotel Hotel X-Ray. So in reality it's Victor Hotel Hotel Hotel, but to mark the airport as closed, you now use Victor Hotel Hotel X-Ray as the ICAO code for Kai Tak. So it's like a bit of flight sim trivia for you. If you want to fly to Kai Tak, it's Hotel X-Ray, the ICAO code for destination. Plan today is Charlie X-Ray 475. And we'll head over to the next page and plug in our waypoints. But before we do that, I think we'll start the passenger boarding process, since that takes a couple of minutes. I'll also drop the flights plan in the chat for you guys. If you want to watch or track us, you can do so via this link. Give me a second to grab it. We are 475. This one. So if you want to track our flight today, you can do so via this link here. Oh yeah, liveries. I'm not sure if I did anything different or not, but I head over to FlightSim.2 to download the 748's Cathay Pacific livery, and it seems to have just worked for me. Genuinely, I'm not sure. I expect this to be one of the glitch ones, but obviously not. This needs to work absolutely fine, so just random luck from me, I guess. But this is the Cathay on FlightSim.2 website. Right, let's go to passengers, let's get this thing going. So, start a flight. We'll now some brief information here. Taipei to Kai Tak, Charlie X-Ray 475, 38,000 feet. 1 hour and 30 minutes, we'll say 1 hour 35 for take of departure. Time to take off will be approximately 25 minutes. 748 with 325 people on board. We have got Wi-Fi, we have got entertainment, we have got body music for Cathay. We have got a safety briefing for Cathay. Snacks and drink we get, meal service. I don't think we get another short flight like this. I'm not too sure. Cathay's not my number one knowledgeable airline, I'm afraid. So we'll set that up as our flight service today, and we shall get boarding. Last time, well, it wasn't last time I flew 748s, but the time before I flew 748s. Last time I flew was Lufthansa Frankfurt to Santiago. Before that, not Santiago, sorry, it sounds what? Where was it I flew to? Somewhere Argentina, I think it was. The time before that was the Korean Airlines with Jared on board. So fingers crossed, touch wood, he's not on board this flight today. Flag our waypoints, shall we? Quite a short one today, starting with Charlie. Buenos Aires, that's it. Cheers, Diego. So first waypoint is Charlie. It's going to be, here we go, quickly find the waypoints. 244120, 24120, perfect. Here we fly the Tango 3. Tango 3 to Mike Kilo Golf. Then we fly Alpha 1 to Magog. Same, so we'll select that. And with that, our flight plan is complete. Execute that, perfect. So it's a very short flight on a very simple flight plan. Our departure today will be on runway... where is it? Runway 05 right. Our arrival today, taking the very fun runway 13. So we're doing the proper approach into Kai Tak today. We are going to take the super fun, tilty, funky approach. So definitely stay tuned for that. Yes, this is the Sol System 747, and yes, again, we have got this slightly buggy liveries on both sides. But hey, better have a glitchy livery like that, having no livery at all, some people are having at the moment. To our left, we've got an Asiana Airlines aircraft standing at gates. RS lines in approximately... can't remember myself where it is. RS alignments in... 0 minutes, perfect, so that'll be here very shortly. We'll program our departure now, so double check there's no ATC, I doubt there is. There you go, 122 just like Unicom, which we're on that. So departure will be runway 05 right on the Charlie 1 Alpha departure. So that's cool, perfect. Performance. We will be doing cost index of 270,270. Cruising altitude, flight level 380 today. And our fuel's fine, that's all perfect. Right, takeoff using 15 degrees of flaps. V speeds are... normally it calculates that for us. Perhaps because there's no 15 degrees of flaps, that would be helpful. Right, 10 degrees of flaps, 120, 134, 156. Sorry, 15 degrees was on the 787. The 74 has 10 and 20. So 120, 134, 156 for takeoff today. Execute that. I am happy with the flight plan. We can try and remove that user point, since that always causes havoc for anybody that flies. But I'm not quite sure if that's something you can do in 747. Oh, okay, yes you can. Fair enough. Flight plan complete. Passengers are boarding. Let's have a look through the list. Let's see if we recognise any names of passengers on board this flight today. Any famous people, anybody you guys may know. Any Jareds? Ooh, we've got Terry Reid. Potentially the sister of Jared's. Yeah, flying 747, the boarding process will probably be by far the longest of all of the setup. Yeah, I don't recognise any names, that's fine. Low deck's looking alright. Upper deck, slowly going to fill in the first class passengers. Was there Jared Jackson was there? Very nice. Let's have a look around, shall we? So this is default Taipei. I had a look, I couldn't find any sceneries for Taipei, so we are stuck with default Taipei. But the arrival airport, like I said, we have got the REDWING scenery. So massive thank you to REDWING for giving me a copy of that. Should be lots of fun to fly into. I've had a look around. It's a very good airport. Some of the AI traffic does look rather good. So we'll be taking a very close look at that. Concorde. So very excited, very excited. Got, United Airlines here, a couple of generic liveries. We've got over here, we've got a PSA. I I think Cathay Dragon. I think these three aircraft here are probably the most realistic you'd find here in Taipei, Asiana, Cathay, and AirAsia. Down in Terminal 1A, we've got an Avianca, a few more aircraft dotted around the Lufthansa. Jetstar, Qatar, Go Air, United. If we go over to Terminal 2, which is actually on the far side of the airport. Yeah, this is Terminal 2. Like I said, I don't quite know my my Taipeis. That A380 is so cursed. It is an interesting little model, is it? It is a funky little thing. What's pointiest nose? Hey, they tried. They tried. I can presume it's more that thing down to the licensing. They got the licensing for the 320-747-8, but I can imagine potentially some of the other aircraft they didn't quite get all the licensing permissions for. How to get FMC to work? I'm using the Salty Sim 747. The Salty Sim 747. Runway today is runway 05 right. 05 right, yes. I would go to plan mode, but plan mode sometimes causes the aircraft to stick, and we'll never be able to get back to the ND here, so we'll leave it as it is. I've checked the flight plan on the main menu, quite happy with that. So we'll push back, make a turn heading left, so push back facing south today. Fix 747 being blank, delete or update the A320X mod. Yes, that's the other thing. So there is a conflict with the A320X mod. If you don't have it up to date, then it causes the problem. Update your mods, guys. Update your mods. Let's have a look at the ATIS, the meta. Yeah, ATIS meta. So Romeo Charlie Tango Papa. No weather. Okay. Give me a second. Can we pull the ATIS from anywhere? Don't think so. There's no active stations, so we'll just use all Mets, I think. RCTP. Common all Metsat. You guys, the pros of this kind of stuff. Right. Current weather is 06015 knots. Wind's quite windy. Departure today. Plus invisibility. Few clouds at 1000. Scattered at 2200. Broken 3500. 13 degrees centigrade 2.7. QNH 1024. So set 1024 up on the barometer here. Hectopascals 1024. Perfect. 15 knot winds, be very careful for.
When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bin and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin is full after you put
Right,
your
takeoff
carry-on
speed
inside
was,
it, please
hang on,
close
me,
the
it's
bin as a courtesy to other
134.
passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row,
There we go.
please read the exit seating responsibilities.
And since there's no tower right now, we'll switch altitudes to cruising 38,000.
Willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can.
Perfect. Welcome back, Thomas. How you doing? Welcome to Jungle Chat. How are you today? How are you?
But we ask that once you depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you and welcome aboard.
We'll do two at some point, John. No need to be rude. Welcome. Owen, how you doing? So in the final stages of boarding, well, final stages. However long it takes to board 747, that is. But in terms of the cockpit setup, we're now ready to go. We'll start the AP in the background, just get that thing running. Hold the starter for a few seconds. And release. Make sure that everything's set up as it should be. We'll turn on the heaters to automatic. That way the anti-ice, no need for us to worry about that today. No heat active. That will do. Xbox Game Pass is only Standard Edition officer, not Premium Deluxe. You need to have the Premium Deluxe for the 787, different version of Flight Sim. Right, so, how you guys doing, chat? Welcome back, Sandro. Welcome, Ian. Yes, you're landing the hard way, so we're flying to Kai Tak, expecting runway 13 for approach. Therefore, we'll be doing the super fun 45-degree right-hand turn final moment over the checkerboard sign approach delay. Very exciting for that. 13 is the only runway available to land anyway if Kai Tak no SIDS either. I'm fairly sure they used yellow runway from time to time, depending on the winds. Although I'll have to double check the charts for Kai Tak, because I know runway 30 is it? Give me a second. Kai Tak runway. I believe they have used it on occasion, but 13 was the main runway to use. Yes, Sam, I do use the Salty Sim 747. Always use it for all my 747 flights. I must say, I'll go to the review. I love the little engine burn effects. The heat burn on the metal, the back of the engine there. The way it kind of changes colour when it's been heated and cooled down so often. Those small little details and textures that really do breathe life into the sim. That guy's pushed back the wrong way. Shady roll page in FMS gives you only 1-3. Is that true? Fair enough. No? Alright, let's 3-1. And then all's your 3-1 stars. They're all there. What gates? This is gate Bravo 5. Bravo 5 right now. Any issues with grainy clouds? Sometimes I get it, Joe Cell. I do sometimes get grainy clouds, but they're not generally too bad. You can usually avoid them most of the time. Right, so let's say in my case, we're now ready to go in the cockpit. So new APU generators, external power comes off. Oh, hang on, one more thing as well. Fuel. Because there's no fuel truck at this airport for some reason, we have to do fuel manually. So we require 51847. Oh, hang on. Really? I need 12% of my fuel tank? Okay, well, we're on 17 by, well, 19. We'll take 24% of our fuel tanks just for sake of excess. So we're carrying basically twice the fuel we require for this flight. That's quite a low amount. Quite a low amount. Only an hour and a half. Well, an hour and a half to 2 hours. And Cathay, well, China Airlines still do operate 747s on this route. Cathay used to, but they now operate A340s instead. There's no active Sky yet for Microsoft Flight Sim UV Boss, so I'm not sure what you're trying to buy at the moment. This is IVAO traffic, so all the airlines you see in the background, so the AirAsia over there, we'll have this Asiana to my left, so you've got that Asiana over there, they're all real people currently flying on the IVAO network, so we use IVAO for ATC. Joystick, I use the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog. Got the stick, got the throttle, very good bit of kits. I'd like a yoke, I'd like a proper yoke, but my desk space doesn't quite have enough room for a yoke, so maybe one day for the future, but at the moment, just using stick and throttle. Yeah, after this morning, you are right, let's put some stabilising fuel in. Where are you? There you are. How are we doing for the boarding process? I think most people are on board now. Yeah, I would say we're about 7/8 of the way there. 7/8 of the way there. Seatbelt sign on. Oh yeah, it's on the aircraft that has it linked to the PACX, isn't it? So that seatbelt sign there affects PACX. It's all updated or built in. Very nice. What yoke would you get? If I got a yoke, I'd probably go for the honeycomb. I think honeycomb yoke at the moment is kind of the big standout best one on the market. So if I had to get a yoke, probably would be the honeycomb. Yes, there's a A380 on the way. It's the fly-by-wire team that's doing it. So same people as the A320, the A320X. They're also doing an A320 for Microsoft Flight Sim. So an A380 for Microsoft Flight Sim, which should be rather good. That's fine. That's fine. At least with us being done in the cockpit, it's just kind of a chance to look around and make sure that we are completely set for takeoff. Again, we should turn the fuel pumps on now in real life, but because of Microsoft Flight Sim logic, the fuel pumps come on with engine startup. The downside with the fuel pumps is that if you turn them on, it then turns off the APU, and the APU turned off, we can't start the engines. So it's why, with my tutorial, the engine startup process has the fuel pumps done at a separate occasion. How do you update the SAR 1047? I did a tutorial a couple of weeks ago. You download it off of their GitHub, stick it into the community folder. I've always had to show aircraft on the ground. I think it's more down to clutter. So some busy airports have got 50 different aircraft. It just gets a bit too full of the map. So just an easy way kind of save you a bit of CPU power. Can you find a Cargo 748? We can do it at some stage. I think Cargo would be a pretty fun one to do. Correct, Taipei is in Taiwan. The city itself is about 40 kilometers in that direction. And then we're right now just outside the village of Taoyuan, is that how you say it? Taoyuan. And, well, we're just past the village of Taoyuan, which is where the airport itself is situated.
Please make sure that all devices are in
Perfect.
mode and your
We're in
large
pre-flight,
devices are now
passengers
shut
have
down in
boarded.
mode.
So I'll turn the beacon lights on.
Sure that all tray tables
Going through that we are ready
and seats
for
are full
push and
upright lock
starts.
position for departure.
Turn
Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
both of them on. Right, we'll pop open the PACX add-on, that quickly. Make sure this is all set up. So, departing runway 05, right, was it? Yes, it is. Stand Bravo 5. And our SID will be the Charlie 1 Alpha. Perfect. Right. So we're going to use the, the pushback zoomer again. Therefore, I need to go silence now while we do the pushback. So, hopefully again it works. It's been working pretty well for the last couple of streams. Therefore, fingers crossed, it's on our side today. Ground from flight deck. Request pushback.
Pushback request confirmed.
Right, so we've got it working this time. Duckling connects, and we'll get ourselves out of here shortly. No worries, Avgeek. No worries at all. Always fun to fly these routes. Plan departure in 6 minutes. We should get out of here relatively soon. Ground from flight deck. Request pushback.
Pushback request not possible as the state is not idle.
Oh, don't do this to us again. Hang on. Ground from flight deck.
Good afternoon. All checks are done. Please release brakes.
Brakes released.
And off we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct
You
your
are cleared to
attention
start the
to screen for
engines
an
now.
important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
From the moment you begin your here to make the experience effortlessly smooth and enjoyable. Because your safety is important to us. Please take a few minutes to watch our video. 由而家開始，我哋會展開一段舒適、稱心嘅飛行旅程。請用幾分鐘留意呢段短片，因為你嘅安。
turn facing south.
Personal
Okay,
electronic devices
we'll turn by 90 degrees and bring you on a southern course.
or you can set them to airplane mode. Transmitting devices cannot be used in the aircraft. If any electronic devices become trapped in your seat, please don't adjust your seat and ask our crew to help you. 而家請關上具有無線上網同藍牙功能嘅電子用品，又或者將佢哋調校到飛行模式。任何傳送設備都唔可以喺機艙內使用。
End pushback.
如果有任何電子產品
Stop
藏喺
pushback.
座位裡面，請
Okay,
無線至調
tell
校
when the
座位
parking brakes are set.
Brakes set.
Perfect. Sir, pins removed. I'm done. Wish you a nice flight.
Thank you. Pushback zoomer. Very nice. To be fair, normally my weekends do have 2 streams a day. It's just these last couple of weeks with how busy I've been, doing a little bit less. But hopefully, get back to more of a state of normality. Engine 3. It's a short flight, but it's a realistic flight for 747. Like I say, Cathay used to fly in 747. China Airlines still fly 757 on this route, so it's still a route that you can get on the 747. Even if it isn't the longest one you can do. 747 liveries to work. Like I said, I just downloaded a new one off of FlightControlReplay, and so that's it. This is just FlightControlReplay. This is a download that you can get off of there. There's no secrets, no magics. This is just an add-on I downloaded. We're playing on a mix of high and ultra Cosmic Byte. We use custom presets, and we customize it to try and get a mix of high and ultra for the sake of this to work. So far, so good. Engine 3 is started. Waiting. Okay. Engine 2 now starts. Hopefully not the 360 after landing, although, gotta remember the 747 in Microsoft Flight Sim, for some reason, taxiing this aircraft is an absolute pain, so we will be leaning on the throttle to do a lot of our taxiing. Right, let's do a quick flight control check, make sure everything is running up and smooth. Elevators set, ailerons set, rudder set, speed brakes set, perfect. Right, we will load flaps down to 10 degrees. We will return you back to the engine page. For electrics, engines, flight control, hydraulics, fuel, that'll do. And we will, well, I guess wait at this point. Correct, so Kai Tak used to be Hotel Hotel, and then when Chep Lap Kok took over, the ICAO got transferred to Chep Lap Kok, and now for the sake of flights and purpose, Kai Tak is it's Hotel X-Ray. So, code is transferred on the day of opening. We will set the brakes to reject takeoff. Engines all started and stable. I think. Yeah, that's fine. We will turn off the APU now. So APU generators, oops, off and off. APU off. Taxi lights come on, and we can now test down to the runway. So again, taxiing this thing, not the most joyous of processes. We can always lean on the throttle to give us some assistance if needed.
Now that we're almost ready for takeoff, make sure that your tray table and TV are put away. Your seat should now be
I've done a few practice landings at Kai Tak. It's not... Honestly, the landing this morning at Paro is more difficult than Kai Tak. Kai Tak, if you do the turn at the right moment, it's actually quite a simple arrival. In a flight sim, of course. In real life, trust me, there's no way I could do it. In the case of a flight sim, it's not the most difficult in the world. Right, safety briefing is complete. The pushback plugin is called Pushback Zoomer. Free download on the FlightControlReplay 2. Pushback Zoomer. yes, the reminder I need to do that later. Flight time today, about an hour and a half or so. You've noticed that if you do a full rod on 787, it's very slow. Just use a little less rod and it's correct. So basically, if you're turning a wheel at 90 degrees, you're not turning the aircraft, you're just running against a parallel wheel, wearing it down. So if you don't over turn the rudder, then taxiing's not too bad. Looking at the runway over there, it's not exactly the flattest runway in the world, that. It's like quite an interesting way to get onto it. Right, 90-degree turn. Let's put my rudder control, my engine control into use there. So we'll increase engine number 4. Put a bit of reverse on number 1. If it's possible, nope. Okay. Taxi on the engines. You shouldn't have to do this, but it makes life so much easier on those tighter 90-degree turns. Now I can get the reverse on one. Should be able to do that quite easily. Whoops. If you do it too much though, you can easily get yourself off the taxiway. Come on, Drawyah. There we go. Now I'll do it again for a right turn. It's a temporary solution until Sobo fix it. But until then, that's the requirement to taxiing 747. Yeah, the terrain's going to be a rather interesting one. We actually have to climb a mountain. Just get to start the runway there. Could have been a bit smooth, that perhaps. That's how taxi in real life, of course, of course. Bidirectional throttles. Gee, this runway is going to be death with us, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that. Hopefully, as we're travelling relatively slow in that initial bit, it won't cause us too many problems. But, I don't like that runway. I really don't. You'll be alright, 747. You've served us well so far. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please. That's because there is no wheel tiller yet in Microsoft Flight Sim, Charlie.
Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please.
There's no... If there was a tiller, I'd use it, but without the tiller, can't use it yet. That aircraft there is not on ATC right now. He's not speaking on Unicom. I can see the other aircraft, 427, no problem. He's staying relatively silent. Yeah, speed bump. That's the exactly what's going on. We'll use the full length of the runway. How's that fit for runway? I don't know. In reality it wouldn't, unless you're on the side of an aircraft carrier. Why is the livery inverted? It's due to the way the model's been created, I'm afraid. Alright, so we're going to do our F-hands turn trick quickly. Just help with the aircraft turning. There we go. There we go. Right, holding short. It's not a bug, Spell. It's not a bug. Basically, what they've done with the model is they've created half of the 747, and then they cut it down the middle and copy it, paste it over there as an inverted thing. As a result, the left-hand side and right-hand side are both inverted models of the same thing. So, it's not a bug, it's not a glitch, it's just how the aircraft's been made. Simple answer. But I'm sure those who do texture design probably have a better understanding of that. He's holding short for one reason or another. There we go. Seriously, looking at the runway from this side just makes it even more ominous as to how that's going to handle. The model 747 is the Salty Sim 747. Salty Simulations 747. Alright, let's see how they manage to do this. Oh god, if that's a sign of things to come. Oh boy, well, taxiing position hold, I guess. If that's a sign of things to come. Strobe lights also come on, and we'll make sure that the transponder is also active. If I can remember how that's done. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Tara, that's fine. Score 2000. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to something for this takeoff. Whoops, that was not the best turn ever. There we go. Right, let's do this. Throttle up 50, onto 4 stable. Let's get going. Hopefully this bump isn't too problematic for us. Yeah, just everyone hold on to something. If it's loose. One. I think that's rotate. Oh my gosh, it's rotate. Gear up. What was that? Blimmin' aircraft carrier takeoff, that. Did anyone get the landing rate in that first jump? Not quite what I was expecting, but the fact is, it seemed to have worked, and we barely used 100 meters of that runway. If it works, don't break it. Was it 391? 391. This has been an awkward day of flight streams, hasn't it? Alright, got an immediate left-hand turn coming up shortly. I think we'll leave that for the LNAV to do because, well, we'll let the sim have all the fun today. Auto throttle armed. Flaps up. 5. No, Salty Sim does not conflict with the A320X. No conflict with either of his add-ons. It's a bit cloudy, I must admit. I think what we'll do is we'll take the anti-ice from the auto position to on. just for the sake of being sure that the anti-ice will be active right now. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. You say that, satisfaction, absolutely fine. Flaps up 2 degrees. To 1.
We have begun our final descent into your destination. Flight attendants will be
Huh?
passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final
But
time.
we're climbing.
Ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Even PACX is confused by that one. Thank you there, was Jane, for the 300 yen, much appreciated. No compensation for the injured passengers, of course. Even PACX is confused as to what that was. He thinks we're landing. I think basically, so we took off, we then descended a bit, and it caught that descent as a, well, landing. I wish I was recording that on the replay mod, because that would have been quite fun to watch. What designers like, write this down. Such is life, such is life. Right, well, it's an hour and a half to Kai Tak. I'm sure this will be, you had the drunk lady descend. We've ready, yeah, that's it, we've had enough, we're going back. Back to Taipei. Right, flaps up. Passing through 10,000 in a couple of moments. And we'll also make a left-hand turn, get ourselves into the heading. We'll turn the weather radar on for the sake of getting the lines in on the ND there. Weather radar on. Bit red at the moment due to the cloud cover below us, but as we climb that should clear up quite nicely. Yep, PACX bridge is saying approach. That's because the jump there, cabin now thinks we're about to land in a couple of minutes. I'm afraid passengers don't get any service. Jared's not the fault today. It's the runway designer Taipei. About as long as the first Wright Brothers flights. We're alive, and that's what counts. There you go. Again, it's a beautiful aircraft, 747. One of the most beautiful aircraft ever made, if not the most beautiful. I do adore this thing. And it's probably my favourite aircraft flight sim as well. It's not always the most comprehensible, but it's so much fun to fly. Absolute joy in the skies. Also, love tailcode. Be a lie. No, it's a very, very beautiful aircraft, this. I wish to fly it one day. I wish to fly it. I was supposed to go in 747 to New York back in May, but because of COVID, the flight was cancelled, and then due to COVID, British Airways had to retire their 747 fleet due to financial issues. So, it's a shame. It's a shame. Never got to fly British Airways, but hopefully Lufthansa will keep theirs in the skies for a little bit longer. Yeah, the landing gear probably could do a check there, Moses. You are right. I'm sure the landing gear is not quite its former self. In fact, I can check that. Solid have got a landing gear page. Tyre pressure is stable across all gear. Temperature is pretty standard as well, yeah. No, the wheels look alright. Wheels do look alright. Make sure the landing lights are turned off. And while we're here, let's turn off the seatbelt sign. Seatbelts are down here somewhere. There they are. Oh, don't tell me because it thinks it's landing. They've blocked the seatbelt. Okay. Seatbelt sign stays on the entire flight as well. Because it thinks it's descending, the cabin crew are forcing the seatbelts on button. So, sorry passengers, not the most comfortable flights today. But hey, it could be worse. Could be on the side of a mountain in Paro somewhere. Yes, I have heard about the ABAD Studios Microsoft Flight Sim aircraft. I am not going to talk about them. You remember flying 747, just had ashtrays in the seats. Yeah, they had to remove them. Yeah, the Because I know smoking was banned in aviation in the late 80s, early 90s, and so ashtrays, some aircraft I think maybe still have them, some more older fleets. I can imagine some other aircraft probably do have them. The only issue with this livery right now is, I'd say, the nose. The nose doesn't quite connect properly. Oh, and also the cargo doors upside down. So if I head over to the other side, you can see the blue stripe, for some reason, is at the bottom of the aeroplane, not the top of it. So they've put the cargo door the wrong way around. But apart from that, for a complete random chance of having a working livery, that's not so bad. Yep, some passengers still 96% satisfaction. And again, they think we're landing an hour and 18 minutes early, so of course you'll be quite happy. Nope, no drinks I'm afraid today. Due to the cabin crew thinking we're landing, the drink service has been suspended. Yeah, it's going to be one of these flights today, is it? Fingers crossed, Kai Tak gives us a little bit more mercy. The IFE and VCR was a VCR in front of the projector. Ooh, okay, so that is very retro 80s, isn't it? Projector in front of the aeroplane. Everyone watches the same movie. Headphones into the seats in front of you. There are no drinks. That's what they've called the approach. Because all the drinks have been spoilt, they've all been smashed up and destroyed all over the galley. So, unfortunately, we've been left without. I think we can actually go into the galley, if I set it up properly. There we go. Welcome to the 747's galley. I can reset the camera 2 seconds. There we go. And speed was a bit slower. How you doing, Tavo? How you doing, Rust Bucket? How you both doing? What was the percentage on Dublin? Well, because that one had an engine failure, I think we ended up with like 46% satisfaction on that one. Quite a low one. Traffic planes with liveries, joking. That's IVAO. So it's not an AI per se, it's real people on flight sim, all flying on the IVAO network. IVAO comes with model matching, therefore I think links up quite nicely with that. Welcome JV, how are you doing? Welcome to chat. How are you today? How are you doing? We're going to increase our speed now in the hopes of getting there a little bit quicker. As always, the sooner we land, the better satisfaction we get. So, Mach 184 should do quite nicely. Aircraft continues to climb, and then we'll start our descent. 38,000 feet. Descent will be at 300 and 369, 8, 16, 20, 100, we'll say 130 miles start descent today. 130 miles from the airports. And then the runway 13 approach, as always, the fun one for Kai Tak. A few aircraft heading en route. Let's have a look at them all. So there's my aircraft there, 475. You have 546 heading also to Hong Kong. It's 3002 Hong Kong and 427 also to Hong Kong. Hopefully, aircraft can be spaced out a little bit on the arrival since well, I don't want aircraft coming in too soon after one another. Causes a bit of delay, potentially go-arounds due to traffic incursions, but we'll see how it goes. Cruising altitude for me today is 38,000 feet, flight's level 380. And again, a massive thank you to REDWING SIM for giving me a copy of their Kai Tak scenery today, which we are using on landing. It looks good, like I say. The actual models are very well put together. The AI traffic, or the AI static airplanes on the ground, you get a couple of cool ones on there. You get a couple of cool ones, so a chance to go and look at that in more detail. Go and enjoy that. Yeah, the spacing is a bit awkward right now, so like I say, I do hope that at some stage in the flight the aircraft will space out a little bit, give us more time. As, like I say, I enjoy flying with you guys, but it does get a bit cramped. It does get a bit cramped sometimes. Why you no make a crash story? What do you mean by that, Piotr? Why do I not crash story? We've passed through 30,000 feet now, coming through 31,000 feet, flight level 310, another 7,000 to go, 7 flight levels until we reach our cruise. Descending in approximately descending in about 30 minutes, 30-40 minutes, and then we'll be landing in about 1 hour 13. I've got a feeling we may be a little bit later today, given the slightly late departure, but we'll see how that goes when we come into land. Oh, why don't I recreate Crash Like the Flight channel, because like I said in the stream this morning, the Flight channel is not particularly well liked within the flight simming community, especially the way they recreate crashes like the day they happen with no information, and it's just it's a cash grab. It's a cash grab, so not particularly liked within the flight sim community. Yes, so there's another aircraft taking off now, is there? Very busy. Yes, there is. In fact, it's like, yeah, also heading to Kai Tak. It's an EVA 69 Zulu A321 Neo, so probably flying on X-plane that one. Bit of a headwind, yes, bit of a headwind. Hopefully we can combat that with our cruise later on. But we'll see how it all goes. Not sure about the 330 release yet. Not yet sure about the 330. We know that it's coming. The only question is, when is it coming? So far so good. Passengers are still happy. We'll get the odd comments, no drinks on the landing, but we'll see how that all goes when we do arrive. Do you know when the Flyby A380 is coming out? Not sure yet. There's no release dates yet for the A380. We can have a look at the new launcher, since that has all the fancy info with it as well. So if I find that quickly, Flyby, there you are. So the Flyby installer, which came out a couple of days ago, it's there. You can't click on it, it's not available, but it is there in the listing alongside the A320X. And like I say, it's a very, very beautiful launch list. In fact, there's a new update already. I'll do that later. But massive credits, massive credit to the Flyby team. They've really come together with this new version. It's absolutely stunning. There's the video. See you later. UK update comes out on the 26th, I believe. The next update, world update for the UK, comes out on the 26th. So just over a week to go now. Just over a week. Are you into Spanish music? Serena Gomez released a Spanish song, makes you want to go back to Spain as soon as possible. I've not really heard of Spanish music per se. I don't know. There's a couple of good songs, like, I can't pronounce it at all. Duele el Corazon. Duele el Corazon. That was a pretty decent song. Right, 38. Well, coming up to 38,000 now. Coming up to cruise. Hadjan Launcher, it's available on their Twitter page. I'll drop a link in the chat for you guys if you want to check out the new launcher. Give me a second to grab it. Perfect. So if you want to download the new Flyby installer, that there is the link for it. It will say it's a dangerous file when you download it initially, but it's not particularly bad. it's more down to the fact that they've not quite signed it with Microsoft, and therefore it's not so much a dangerous installer, it's an unknown installer. It's one that's not been verified by Microsoft, and therefore they give you a pop-up, but you can bypass it without too much hassle, and it installs no problem. That's it. I've got very good hopes for the Flywire team. What they're putting together is massively fantastic. Connor's game comes out for next. It comes out next gen Xbox in summer. Woken. The Xbox Series X and Series S. It comes out this summer. So Asobo confirmed on Twitter. It comes out in the summer. Not too long away now. Not too long away. Not sure about airports and UK updates yet, Flight Simmer. And as for Ireland, no. I can tell you, as a fact, that Ireland is very much not a part of the UK, and therefore will not be included in the updates. And I think they also mentioned that Northern Ireland as well won't quite be upgraded in this one as well. They'll probably wait for the Irish updates, including Northern Ireland, for the future of that. Okay, Flight to London City. I will do when an aircraft comes out for it, Moses. At the moment, no Microsoft Flight Sim aircraft, apart from the prop stuff, is capable of landing at City. And therefore, once we get something like an Embraer E190, BAE, or potentially CRJ, depending on which airlines operates there, then we'll do a London City flight for sure. Music I'm into, pop or metal, I'd say. Pop or metal, symphonic metal especially. I'd say Nightwish, probably one of my favourite bands at the moment. Yes, the Aerosol CRJ teaser, looking very good indeed. Probably the aircraft I'm most excited for at the moment. Aerosoft looking very good with their current release list. Which airports in the UK update? Just answer that, Flight Simmer. So Ireland is not included with the UK updates. Heathrow is part of Premium Deluxe, and therefore don't expect Heathrow updates as part of it. Another Nightwish fan. I was supposed to go see them in December at the Wembley Arena, but they cancelled that for May. So hopefully in May, touch wood, we'll see him. But looking at the way the virus is going here at the moment, probably will either postpone it or cancel it outright, I'm afraid. I live in hope. I live in hope. How's your FPS so good? What is our FPS at the moment? We're getting inside 30 FPS in the aircraft. Outside, getting about 38, 39. Sometimes seeing 40, so it's not too bad. It's just a case of balancing the graphics settings and overclocking your GPU to give it that extra boost it needs to get running smoothly. Speed, we're a Mach 0.86 right now, Mach 0.86, so quite a fast cruise. Northern Ireland is a part of the UK, yes, but Sobo said that due to the the geography of it, it's just easier to include Northern Ireland part of an Irish update rather than part of the UK update. So when Ireland gets updated, Northern Ireland will be included in that. What now? What do you mean, Captain Viv? Welcome, Dylan, how you doing? Welcome channel to chat. Yes, I have got a mod for Kai Tak using the REDWING SIM Kai Tak payware add-on from Sim Markets for our line today. So again, massive thank you to RedWing for providing us a copy of that. But yes, I have got a mod for the Kai Tak landing today. You have London Landmarks add-on, should you remove that? I'm not sure about the London UK add-on for that. It depends if we get photogrammetry for City of London itself. There is a freeware photogrammetry add-on on FlightControlReplay, which is better than that London pack, which I don't use only for the sake of FPS. When I get the 3080, I'll then install it due to the increased VRAM, but I'm not sure. It depends if London... It depends how London's included, really. It depends how London gets included with the new add-on. We'll have to wait and see. Any method of better performance? Overclock and lower graphics. Simple as. See, part of the... I believe that's China, just on distance over there. Chinese coast. To our left... What landmass is that? Oh, it's still Taiwan. Yeah, still flying along the coast of Taiwan, actually. I thought we'd be cutting it a little bit earlier, but obviously not. It's a very busy route, this. we're expected 44 minutes, 48, 114, 43, 1 hour 13. So it's kind of spaced out. But it's that airplane there, 546, who may cause conflicts with me because we're both ETA at the same time. They're right behind us. They'll come shortly after. These three, they're fine. They can stay how they are. It's that plane right there I'm watching, 546, I'm hoping is going to be talking on radar. How do you play on PS5? You don't, Captain Viv. Microsoft Flight Sim only comes out on PlayStation... Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. No PlayStation. Microsoft Flight Simulator for Microsoft Xbox. U546 are you, Anne? Okay, good to know, good to know. If you slow down, then potentially chance for us to watch your replay, well, watch you landing from the ground when the aircraft comes to land. That's always the fun bits. If I can get in front of you, you can all kind of appear on stream with your landings, especially Kai Tak. Scared of that one, definitely be a fun one to watch. How long did it take you to download Microsoft Flight Sim 20? It took me about 5 hours to download, 5 hours. Will come out Cyberpunk quality? Yeah, for the other gen stuff, certainly. You only joined Eurospace system when you need to have, how much RAM do you have? So I'm using a GTX 1660 at the moment with 32 gigs of RAM, an i7 6700 processor, and all being run on an SSD. So, difference between INAV and ILS. An ILS instrument landing system controls both your lateral and your vertical, and therefore you'd have your aircraft heading to the runway as well as descend. An RNAV only controls your lateral, not your vertical, so it will take you to the runway heading, but descent you need to manage yourself. So some aircraft have the full beacon for ILS, which therefore controls your altitude to descend, which allows you to capture the glide slope, but with an RNAV there's no glide slope, you just need to capture the localizer and then fly in yourself. You're on behind us, say six wicked waitresses. Hiding Airlines, very nice. You're at Mach 0.85, roger that. If you went down to Mach 0.84, I think that would get us enough spacing for the landing. Because then you're taking a more direct route than I am. Actually, it looks like you're going to go via China itself. Interesting, yeah, I've picked a very interesting route, haven't you? So you're actually flying direct, almost. And again, it's runway 13 for landing. Runway 13. Players are off right now, Agent. Players are off, we're flying on IVAO for ATC. So, for IVAO to work, you turn multiplayer off. To be fair, while it does technically have an... I'll set out the approach now because we are relatively close-ish. While the airports does have an ILS for runway 13, you never use it. You never use it. Magog is the approach. So I think we have the frequencies. Remember how to get it. There you go. Oh no, it doesn't. Actually, it does. Hang on. It kind of does. ILS 13, it's found it. Just a case of bringing the aircraft into land. Ooh, there's 2 Magog waypoints there. I do not like that when it does that. Usually that causes a weird conflict. Worst case... Oh no, we can't even do directs 2. Delete that. Is it possible? We'll see. We'll see. Thank you then, Charlie. £5 there. Keep it up, mate. Thank you very much. You're a star. Thank you for supporting the channel. Should do Honolulu to Hawaii, to Miami, sorry, is not a short haul random. That's like 8 to 9 hours of flying. Not short haul. Yes, you are guided to the checkerboard, and then from checkerboard, it's all hands on deck from there. Kai Tak mod, yes, drop into community folder, and you're good to go. You'd love a 747 A380 delivering flight sim called the Never Forget Big Jets. Well, you're always free to make it. Pick up the texture pack and create your own. Next group flights, where is it going to be? I'm not sure where it will be. Haven't decided the routes yet. We'll have to see when time gets there for that one. I wonder what Warhawk's up to these days. He's not been up for a couple of streams. Hope he's not doing too bad. Domestic group between Hawaii's islands. I'd like to. I'm mainly waiting for the right aircraft for it. Either the 737 or... I'd love a 717. 717 would be fantastic. But certainly 737, that would give us a chance to fly with Hawaiian Airlines. Or a 732, fly with Aloha Airlines. Are there any servers I've had to divide newcomers from experts? I believe it's all one common server, Oliver. It's all one common server. Longest flight I've done, in real life or in sim, Zogbo. In real life or in flight sim. When you use 787 with PACX, the camera freezes, can't look around, any reason why. Not sure about camera freezing with PACX, Tyler. It's not an issue I've personally had before. Not with any aircrafts. PACX and this flight sim generally work alright for me. Now I should do Tijuana to Morelia, can do at some stage. How'd you join the server? We're using IVAO. Agent, so you need to use IVAO to tag on these flights. Should do Tijuana to Morelia to our flight, yep, that's what we can do. Inter Milan versus Juventus, who just supports Chelsea, so that game has no effect on me. Yeah, we arrive within 1 minute of each other. I'm hoping I can get there first. Yeah, 3002, he's going to be the first to land by the looks of things. As long as he's on ATC, as long as he's speaking on radar, that should be alright. He's taking a direct route, so he's not actually taking any waypoints, which is one of the reasons it's going so quickly. But, we'll see. We shall see. Hawaiian outside to Kahului is A321. Do they now? Because I know they got the A321 for some mainland hops. Do they do Honolulu to Kahului, do they? Interesting. It's quite a short flight that I can imagine. That's like maybe 25 minutes in that aircraft. At most. Airbus or Boeing do you prefer? I prefer Boeing. I've always been a Boeing person at heart. Where'd you get it from? He gets it from the IVAO websites, AJ1. IVAO websites. Rojatan. Keep it on the map just to see how everything progresses. Will he be in tester for the A380? We'll see. We'll see. I know that Flywire are very good at their testing setup. So it's just a case of seeing how that's going to work when it comes out. I expect 777X, yes. Certainly be a fun one. Hope to get flying it one day as well in real life. Hopefully things will come out smoothly for it. So race for the landing. As always, as always. So we're just coming to a quarter of the way there now. 55 minutes expected arrival. We've programmed the approach into the DND here. Just confirm that is the approach just there. So coming to the north, make a right-hand turn, follow the land down, immediate right-hand turn into land. So got a funky approach. Runway 13 is always the fun one. Southwest, yes. Southwest also fly a couple of domestic Hawaii routes as well. Not many, but I think they've got a 737-700 base there, don't they? You've flown to Melbourne. I think I have. I think I've done a couple of Melbourne flights and flight sim. Definitely on to holding pattern for Tai Tak. Yes, that would be a interesting one to have. What does IATA mean? It's the International Aviation Something Authority. Basically, it's the international organisation that controls standardisation within aviation. So ICAO codes, airport codes, flight levels, altitudes, ATC training. So it's like the standardised organisation that manages the worldwide rules of aviation. Order PC, very nice flight lever, very nice. The main waypoints for your approach. So we're coming into Magog, where we're taking the Magog 1... the Magog 1-3 approach. Just keeping on the horizon there. I think we can kind of see a little bit of land mass coming into view. Bit of land over there, bit of land kind of peeking over the horizon. Hopefully we get a chance to spot transportation authorization. There we go, cheers to that. The International Aviation Transportation Authorization. Bit of a mouth twister there. Do A320s operate Southend? I don't think so. I do not think so. Yeah, there's been quite a few 747 issues with delivery. Some of them do work, some of them don't. So this is a delivery downloaded from FlightControlReplay earlier today. And so this one seems to be the one that works. A few small minor glitches and graphical things missing on there, so a bit of paint missing there, as well as the cargo door missing, or painted upside down. But apart from that, it does seem to work relatively alright. It's the beginning of February, the 330 expected release. Very nice. February 21, the A330 Adele's new album. So we'll probably be starting our descent in a couple of minutes. We're at 38,000 feet, which is quite a high cruise. 320, that would be 160, 260, 160. So yeah, Magog into Alpha. If we leave it zoomed in, the ND to 160, when the airport appears at the top of the ND there, that's when we know we need to start considering our descents. Do we get a frame rate stuff, do we? If we go external, quickly move the camera around a bit. Don't think so. From my end, it's alright. Let's see if the stream playback potentially shows things a bit slower. No, it was quite smooth to me. Oops, check your internet connection, I'm afraid there. If you're looking for turboprop routes with planes Microsoft Flight Sim available mods. No available mods for turboprop yet. Turboprop is not yet here. If the MCD is coming up black, update your A320X. The A320X older versions have conflicts with the 74 and 787. So if you have the black FMS issue, update your A320X. If you don't update it, it doesn't work. Always update your mods, people. Always update your mods. Me and you, CGL 3002, within 3 minutes of each other. Yeah, it is tight. It's very tight indeed. So we've got ETA 31 minutes, 31, 31. So within a minute of each other. 35, hotel. And we have this guy 48, who's going to probably be one of the later ones to land. But again, definitely going to start catching up. Do you recommend a backup community folder? It's always good to keep backups. Always good to keep backups. Frame rate does have an internet connection because it's buffering, Spencer. In my case, it's all smooth. I've got no stutters on my end, so if it's stuttering your end, check your internet connection, you're buffering. Do you recommend... Yeah, so make a backup community folder well worth it. You have a GTX 1650 Ti, but your laptop struggles to run the game. So you don't have 1650 Ti, but you have 1650M, Diego. 1650M, which is the mobile version for laptops. And yes, you're not going to run Microsoft Flight Sim on Ultra on any laptop, full stop. So lower your graphics, Diego, lower your graphics. Uh, 747-8 M2049, mainly so we can get the wing views for the landing. Since we're going to use the replay mod for landing at Kai Tak, we'll be trying to get the full effects of that today, so fingers crossed, should be pretty good to look at. As I said, I've done a few testing landings at Kai Tak. I think I've got the basics down, so I'll be able to do it without any problems. Just a case of seeing if I can... Well, like I said, I've done my own practice in my own time. Can I hold up and give it a landing within sim setup? That's the question. Always, I've just never been able to get this light right. I'd very much like to get it right one day. Ah, perfect. That's exactly what I want. Do you know the 747 mod is less buggy than default 74? Yes. The Salty Sim 747 does a very nice work in just getting the aircraft slightly tweaked and getting up running smooth. So, yeah, I like it, the Salty Sim 74. Well worth a download, well worth checking out. Correct, this is the Salty Sim 747. How's the flight? It's about an hour and a half, Spal. Sorry, M2049. About 1 hour and a half. Landing about 47 minutes. What does TCAS and climb look like? Good shouts. Let's have a look, shall we? Make sure it's all turned on. So there's an aircraft behind us, 3,000 feet high. It's actually at flight level 410, that. Sheesh. That's my left, well, that's right behind me. That will be Hotel 427. There's everyone else a bit further than 40 miles away from me. The VOR and airways without sim brief don't need to runway correctly. Yeah, without sim brief it doesn't, so that's why you should always use sim brief for flight planning, especially when flying on online networks like IVAO. I can tell you now, 1, 2, 3 people have not used IVAO for setup. This guy has. 4 credits to whoever this pilot is in the Hainan Airlines. These two especially sinful because they're just flying direct. You've got no waypoints, no setup, they're just flying direct from start to finish. They claim to have waypoints, I can tell you now, don't think they do. Don't think they do. It's a straight line path that. And this one has got waypoints going by the north, which is acceptable. Ah, nice one, Shame. Be happy to see on the online networks. You're a network engineer by trade, and you work on ISP, so you know when it's not your line. You can tell when his card hits a slight bottleneck because a slight stutter as your train goes up. Yeah, that's down to the memory clock. I think it's the memory clock to try and then if it stutters or misses something and tries to catch up, goes to the overload for a bit. And therefore things jump a slight bit, but it's generally not too bad. At least from my end it's relatively smooth. I'll keep an eye on the stream side of things just in case it does also start to jump. But from what I can gather, it's not looking too bad. Welcome on, what how you doing? Welcome to the chat. How are you today? What version 747? I'm not sure which version number it is. Just using that. Just that this is the latest Salty Sim 747. This is the latest Salty Sim at 7.4. Welcome, Bronator. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. See the Chinese coast now, getting a bit close to us on our right hand side. No longer anywhere near Taiwan. That's well behind us over there somewhere. We are making progress. We are making progress. Yes, I've got a 38 on order. It's somewhere in a warehouse. I'm number 270 in the queue to actually get it. Actually, my card's, if I'm 270, I'm probably not even... My card probably doesn't exist yet to be made. Tintec Airlines there. Welcome to economy class. You may find your seats towards the rear of the plane. Please leave your luggage in the overhead locker or in the seat back in front of you. Welcome aboard, sit back, relax, and enjoy your flights. Cheers, man. Much appreciated. Thank you for supporting the channel. You're a star. Hong Kong's only place to visit. Yes, it is AvGeek. One of mine as well. One of mine as well. Be a very fantastic place to visit. No Spout. You enjoy Dog Walk. Ryanair or EasyJet? Ryanair, because their flights are cheaper and fly to a lot more destinations. Not doing too bad, Daniel. Not doing too bad. So far, so good. We'll be descending in a couple of minutes. Has Microsoft Flight Sim fixed the mirrored liveries yet? I'll let you decide that one. I'll let you decide. No, they haven't. Who do you order via? Not sure what you mean by that, Spencer. Who do I... Oh, order via. I've ordered it off of Overclockers UK. Overclockers UK. You're number 86. Yeah, lucky you, Carl. Lucky you. Right, so the airport is now at the end of our... Well, the end of the ND there. Remember, 130 miles will be the latest point of descent for us. I can imagine we'll be descending relatively soon now. Relatively soon. Do I have girlfriends? No. Digital simulation? No, because I don't have one. I haven't done a head count yet of film stars. And yes, we have. We don't think I recognise anybody in this aircraft. I mean, maybe someone on this channel, chats, can recognise anybody that I might have missed. But, no, I don't think we've got anybody we quite recognise today. Jim Stewart. No, I'm thinking of John Stewart. Yeah, I don't see anybody. We're going to Reed, Henry Reed, 41, potentially the father of Jared. One of two Reeds got in this aeroplane today. There's the other one, Terry Reed, she's potentially a sister. Not sure about the radio stopping, Pat. That's not an issue I've got. Try downloading the A310X mod latest version to fix it. Do I have a bust collection? What do you mean by that? Do I have a bust in my collection? On takeoff, now's the runway being interesting layouts. Obviously someone who's supposed to flatten the runway didn't quite do a good job at flattening the runway. Yeah, the 3080 for me is not so much the last thing on my build, it's the kind of thing that's going to kickstart it when it all arrives. We'll have to wait and see. But I do hope we'll get it at some stage. Right, so we're going to start our descent now to 10,000 feet initially. Reduce speed to Mach 0.84. We'll just hold it. There we go. Again, because they've now got the proper arc there as well on the ND, you can actually track your rate of descent, which is very, very good indeed. So start at 10,000, and then from there we'll slowly step it down. I went for the ATIS, but not the Strix. I went for the other one. Hang on. I didn't go for it. Sorry, no. I went for the MSI one, the non-overclocked MSI. Got the cat back. What's his name? Charlie. Her name is Charlie. Can you use a FlightControlReplay Airbus? You can do, Jacob. You can do. While maybe not the most natural way of doing things, they are compatible in flight sim. Yeah, she doesn't like being held too much. Likes the company, but you pick her up, she will meow at you. Put it down. Yes, the cat's on board too. How old? I'd say 5, 6 years old now. I'm trying to think when we got her. 2015, I'd say. So, yeah, 5 years old, 6 in April. Position for the MSI, 270. 270. Is PACX worth the money? I'd say so, Ting Tong. I absolutely would say so. It's a fantastic add-on. I use it for every single one of my flights. 747 got both decks, lower and upper deck. So that's certainly worth looking at. Is SOTI working well? Yes, SOTI's working very well. Again, it's a small little thing, but one of my favourite features of SOTI Sim 7.4 is the arc. The arc that shows you your expected arrival time for a 1,000 descent, in my case down to 10,000. It's a small little feature, but just so nice. Just so nice to really bring things to life. Do I see train sim? Yes, I do. Tomorrow, I'm expecting the arrival of my rail drive controller, so when that arrives, I'll try and do a train sim stream with Rail Driver. But my next stream will be on Wednesday. That'll be on Flight Sim, and that'll be in something a little bit different than what I normally do. Flying GA, we're going to do a GA flight, so I know you guys have been dying for me to do one some stage, so we're doing a GGA. I'm going to fly something a little bit older, more of a heritage flights. No, Tom, no. The Max from the new guys, I can't remember their called. Threshold Up, I believe. Threshold Up. Their Max has not yet released for X-Plane. Don't use self-load cargo J, nope, I use PACX, TFDi designed PACX. Where I'm from the UK, I'm from England. You're the best 747 pilot, congrats. Cheers, Nissan. Thank you for the kind words. Passing through 28,000 now. We're going to increase descent rate down to 1,900 feet per minute. Just for sake of getting down there a little bit earlier, going for a smoother approach. PACX, you can get off the TFDi design websites. There you go. That's the download link for PACX. Nope, PACX costs $30. $30. My day's not been too bad. It's Sunday, so working again tomorrow. But it's not been too bad. Not been too bad. Did stream this morning, had a lot of fun, had a Sunday roast. Now doing our final stream for the week. And then after this, I'll probably have a shower, rest and relax for a bit, and then head to bed. Joystick setup, I'm using the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog. Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog. In flight sim, you prefer scenery, better physics. I prefer physics, personally, but graphics definitely are a massive bonus. The main reason I stream Microsoft Flight Sim so much, there's two main reasons. One, because that's where my viewers came from. Without it, I'd still be on an average of 200 views per stream on X-Plane somewhere. And while X-Plane feels more natural to fly in, for example, when I did my approach into Paro on the go-arounds misapproach, you saw me try to do a side slip as a way to kind of bleed off some altitude. Instead what it did is it sent the aircraft almost into a spiral out of control, so you can see my flight dynamics not quite up to scratch in this sim yet. But one reason is because my views came from Microsoft Flight Sim. The second reason is because for a stream, for you guys watching, you're not flying. You don't deal with flight dynamics, I do. You're here for the visuals, you're here for the fancy graphics and all that kind of stuff. And so, ultimately, for the viewer experience, the better graphics also is a massive plus. So, I like flight dynamics, but for you guys, the visuals is where it's all at. No one can deny, this is a beautiful sim. Is 787XE project dead? I don't think so, Maruthi. They're waiting for a bit more open access to 787. Because it's Premium Deluxe and therefore all encrypted and everything, it's very limited what they can do and how much they can do it. So they're ultimately waiting for a bit more release in regards to what they can actually do to the aircraft to mod it. They'll work on it again at some stage, but for now it's been delayed, it's been postponed for a little bit. Head to the auto throttle with the auto throttle switch. And yes, the fidelity of X-Plane aircraft very much greater than Microsoft Flight Sim. X-Plane aircraft system-wise much better. You set your airspeed for IS is something like knots. Yeah, so IS indicated airspeed is knots. Normally you set it to to Mach, but obviously as we're descending, it's gone and just changed over. So it's now going to be in Mach for the rest of the approach. Yes, Microsoft Flight Sim has caused a little bit of a shortage in Flight Sim gear. Everyone's buying it all of a sudden, and the results, the demand has gone tenfold, while the supply hasn't increased at all. So, all of a sudden, everything is now sold out. Runway to land on is 13. Xav, runway 13. Can you do a separate video on standard and premium airports? You'd love to see a difference between standard Heathrow and premium Heathrow. I can tell you, standard Heathrow is naff, premium Heathrow is Butte. Yeah, I could do one at some stage. We'll have to see how things bode, really. But standard Heathrow is not particularly great. Yeah, so with PACX on there, so if you don't click on my name within PACX, it'll then show you the stage of flight I'm at, the altitude and info and all that kind of stuff as well. It just acts like a bridge for Discord as well. Well, to be fair, AvGeek, above certain altitude, above when your standard altimeter, standard altitude, you should be using Mach for standardized speeds. Should never be using airspeed when you're up at standard. Right, give me a second to dot meter. Can't pull a meter for some reason today. Very strange. Let's grab the meter for Hong Kong. Right, so 0307 knots, clouds and visibility okay, 12 degrees, dew point -2, QNH 1025. It's not too bad actually, not too bad. We'll set that up for the performance page now. Use flaps 30 for approach. Set the rest up in a couple of moments. Slow the airplane down a couple of minutes as well. Start bringing tails for landing. Again, runway 13 for approach. Ah, very nice car games. I'll give you a shout. Move ground tower. Very nice, very nice. Welcome, Hobby Swim from Sweden. How you doing? Looks like we'll be the first one to land. Just in case if everyone else uses runway 3. If someone comes in from the other side, then well, that for one is a problem because they're on the wrong winds. Number 2, it just causes conflict with both sides coming to land. But it looks like we will be number 1. Yes. Just to be a pilot, yes I do. But it's just expensive. Very, very expensive. You're good at this flight sim. Also, how many times do you fly a day on the simulator? A couple of times a day. Like I say, it's a fantastic platform. I've got no major problems with it. I've got problems. I do have problems, I can't lie. I've got no major horrible issues that cause it a day for me. You just gotta give it time, you just gotta give it respect. No flight sim's perfect. This one at the very least does look pretty. The aircraft are at 10,000. It's quite low, I must say. 10,000 needs to reduce speed to 250 knots. It's going to slow him down quite a lot, actually. When did he overtake me? Hang on. Oh no, that is me. Sorry, I'm just getting myself confused. He was on at 10,000 then. Ah, it's going to be the first one. Charlie Golf Lima. Landing rates, I get that off of FlyLive Studio. FlyLive Studio does landing rates. And PACX. PACX also has its own landing rates. Have I done Ortho for XP tutorial? No, I haven't, Tom. Ortho for XP is not a video I've done a tutorial on. Well, there's Hong Kong. Slowly coming to view now. Very pretty, this. Very pretty. A delivery? Sure, give me a second. Here we go, the fun and games of controllers, Cathay. Delivery I'm using right now is this one. You can't speak on Unicom and IVAO. That's a VATSIM thing, not an IVAO thing. How you can move in the cockpit? You're stuck. Use the arrow keys, Michael Jackson. Use the arrow keys. Going too fast. We're not 10,000 yet. We're at 12,000. So we're going to slow down shortly. But we aren't at 10,000 yet. Let the aircraft do that naturally as you come into approach. Also, I've just noted, it has switched back to airspeed. It's no longer stuck at Mach as it used to be for a long time. I'm so glad they fixed that. That's been a problem for so long now, you guys don't believe it. It's made life so much easier now in the 747. Do I play instruments? No. Always wish I did, but never did. Correct Valens, 1-3 for landing, runway 13. Get FlightControlReplay loaded, and we'll start the replay in a couple of moments. Yeah, so doing runway 13 to fun approach, the over the city low altitude last minute right hand turn approach. Days I stream on Wednesdays, Thursdays or Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays. So Wednesdays, Saturdays and Sundays definitely 100%. Thursday or Friday, depends how busy I am. So just going up to 10,000 feet now. Going to start descending now to 2,000. That should do alright. Quite a nice shallow descent we've got ourselves in right now. Always appreciated. About 10,000. Then lights on. Set the speed to 40 knots. And also, do something else there. Can't quite remember what I was going to do. Also, brakes to 2. Something else I was going to do there, but I've forgotten what it was going to be. That's it, altimeter. Standard altimeter set, and QNH 1025. Sorry, yeah, 1025. There we go. There it is. There's Kai Tak. And then Cheplocock is, I believe, that one, just in the background. Perhaps one. Yes, Chad, I do stream on Twitch. Is that audio a bit better for you? Hopefully it'll sim a little bit more. The problem is, whenever I'm on ATC with speaking, volumes go way out of sync. Just goes kind of balancing it to make it all sound alright. Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane. Yes. Right, well, should probably get ourselves prepared for landing shortly. Reduce speed to 230 knots. It's looking so good, that. Looking so good. Over Hong Kong. Oh yeah, I forget Hong Kong has Disney, doesn't it? Yes, it does. There are so many Disney theme parks around the world, I kind of forget where they all are. You've got Florida, Paris, Tokyo, Hong Kong. I think there's a fifth one somewhere as well. And there's also one that closed down a couple of years ago. So again, it's a 148 approach today. 148. Down to 220 knots. Flaps 5. And Shanghai, yes, and California. I forget California has one as well. I don't really think of Disney World California, do you? I see that Eva has been naughty. He's teleported to the approach. That's trying to get yourself suspended from IVAO. Slew in teleportation. How's 7% feel to fly? Heavy, but fun. Heavy, but fun. This also looks like it's under. Don't forget we are at 10,000 feet, rendering all the scenery right to the horizon. It gets better up close. From distance, not quite as good, but up close, it gets better. It is easy to land on the opposite side of the runway, but where's the fun in that, Moses? Where's the fun in that? Runway 13 is the fun one for Kai Tak. Hopefully going to put Paro to shame from this morning. Welcome back, Max. Thank you. Benny left for 250. How'd you get from C to 747? Update your A320X, Benny. There's a conflict with the A320X. If you don't update it, it doesn't work. Update your mods, people. Update your mods. So in 10 miles, we'll make a right-hand turn. And that gets us in quite nicely for the approach into Kai Tak. Again, looking out for the red and white checkerboards marking. There we go. Reduce to 210. So it's more of a drawn out approach than I remember. You go around the mountains. Do you have frequency set? What frequencies, Valens? Which frequencies? So does this approach into Kai Tak actually make us overfly the new airports? That's what I'm looking at right now, because this is on the Magog approach. Golf Delta 15 Kilo Lima. It looks like we do actually kind of share the airspace. There's a reason why Kai Tak's closed, obviously because of, well, it's closed and therefore it's not going to happen in real life. But, yeah, it does go over the new airport. That's quite interesting, that. Sure, for a long time then, as the airport was being constructed, pilots got to view the new as they're coming into land. Well, the graphics are poor at all. Satellite data being streamed in. Not everywhere in the world has high quality satellite data, and therefore we do get limitations. A bit bumpy over the hills there. ETA for me is ETA 11 mins. Should be less than that. ETA, it's more like 5 mins. Victor, Hotel, X-ray. So again, just keeping a close eye on the Unicom chat there. Quite a busy airspace, and therefore don't get ourselves mixed up with any of the other aircraft on approach. Otherwise, so far so good. Flaps down 10. Reduce speeds down to 200 knots. Flaps 20. Cabin crew, seats for landing please, seats for landing.
Cabin crew, seats for landing, please. Seats for landing.
Right, so 200 knots. Needs down to 148 before the approach. Yes, the frequency down set us to checkerboard, that's all fine. We should be alright with that already. Right, reduce speeds to 148. Use the flaps to guide us down now. Out of range. Nope, doesn't seem to like that, I'm afraid. That, I'm afraid, is actually a limitation of the sim. Frequencies for LSs doesn't seem to quite like it. But, for the most part, the actual waypoints themselves will guide us in. So there's the runway. There's the lights follow us in. Checkerboard guides us to the side. Did I put 1.9? Oh yeah, I did. Decimal 9. See if we'll like that. Radios, in you go. And then we detect it. The answer is yes, you do actually. Perfect. So we'll stick on the localizer. There we go. Take on the approach. landing very shortly now.
2500.
On the ILS, on the frequency, that guides us into checkerboard at around, not quite 1000. We'll guide us in, we'll check it for the autopilot disconnect, and in this case of make a round turn, flying to the end. Right, gear down. Do our pre-land checklist now, so gear down, gear green, landing lights set, brakes set, spoilers armed. Pre-land checklist complete. Cabin secure, pre-land checklist complete. Right, perfect. What do you mean when I talk like that? Aiden, what's up? Sure. Yeah, it is. So there's checkerboard. That right there, our targets. Autopilot disconnect. This range altitude set 5000. Right, let's do this. Auto throttle will also turn off. Make the right hand turn.
400. 300. 200.
Perfect.
50. 50, 40, 30, 20.
Idle throttle. Touchdown reverse thrust sets. Knots thrusters cut. Again, I don't like the rudder control in this aircraft. The rudders make this so difficult to keep in a straight line, it's unbelievable. But hey, we have made it to Kai Tak, we're in one piece. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Seriously, the rudder in this thing is unbelievable. Welcome to Kai Tak.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 2:31 p.m. and it's currently about 12 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft
As I'm on
comes to a
the
complete
turn off
stop
just
and
there.
the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
Let's use the rudder to help us turn off the runway here. Just for the sake of making the taxiway lines. What does 116 feet mean? It basically means it's the landing rate, so it's the feet per minute on touchdown, 116. Right, we'll clear the runway, that's up. brakes reset, landing lights off, taxi lights set, APU starts. And also transponder off. So we may be able to, well, we should be able to spot, there you go. Very nice. You're a true champion of FS20. Great landing. Cheers, man. Glad you enjoyed that. Using a stick, not a yoke. I'd like a yoke, but my desk isn't quite big enough for one, and therefore a stick will have to do. But no, overall, don't think I can really follow that landing. So don't go anywhere just yet. We have got the replay to enjoy. Don't go anywhere just yet. FlightControlReplay is doing all the fancies. We'll be able to enjoy this from the passenger's point of view. Third aircraft coming in to land shortly. That one now vacated. And yeah, the scenery, once again, looking absolutely fantastic here at Kai Tak. Minus some of the cars down there. Otherwise, very good. I think that might be down to the fact that, yeah, because this is a port in real life, I think it's quite confused as to where some of these vehicles go. But apart from that, not bad. Here he goes, here's another one. Looking a bit tight, that one. Oh no, he's coming in. He's coming in hot. Not bad. Not bad. Kai Tak seems to be giving us a lot of winners today. Not bad at all. Shame to have 3 movements to the replay. What do you mean by that, Spencer? Which 3 moves are you trying to look for?
Traffic, traffic.
Whew, that was hang on, let me turn that off quickly. Traffic. Obviously the aircraft on the runway there. It's a pier terminal. Yep, it's a pier terminal. Boats now dock at Kai Tak, no longer aeroplanes. So I'll head over to the main terminal. See if we can try and get a few aircraft parked up next to us. We'll have a look around, we'll look at drone cam, a bit more details on these AI aircrafts. 177 quite chuffed that. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Let's see if let's try and catch one of the next aircraft landing as well. But 3 in, 3 successful landings. The next one is currently on short final. So 21. He'll be landing in approximately 1 minute. So there's a good chance we'll spot him during the taxi to the gate. Oh yes, you're alright, Spencer. No free cam like that, yes. Maybe for future. I'm glad I've recorded this landing, because it means I can now use it for future videos as well. Hashtag perfect landing at Kai Tak. Well, it's near perfect. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 small things of that one. Ooh, there we go. There's another aircraft coming in. Going a little bit on the high side, but he's alright. Yeah, I'm sure with a bit of a dip. Yeah, that's alright. That's alright, can't fault it. Well played. Up a little bit of outer throttle in, just for the sake of turning right. There's a little Concorde there, Air France, just like Kai Tak. And I think that there is actually our gate. Yeah, so I've got ground marshal as well, so we'll be making use of that. Taxi lights and strobe lights are not going to blind him. down. Slow down. Whoops, a bit too slow that. So one downside of 747, you're so high up you can barely see the ones. Nope, I've lost visual contact. Not quite sure what some of these vehicles there are doing, but stop. Bit more. Tiny bit more. And stop. There we go. Right. Brake set. APU. Where are you? APU. AP generators available. Engines off. Oops. Quickly get out of the log because another aircraft's coming to land. Here he comes. Bit of a slow approach, that one. Have they gone around, have they? Nope. Perhaps a bit of a bounce, that. Asian, I'm afraid. It's probably going to clash with the scenery there. I know, that guy spotted the AI Cathay. There you go, that's the original Cathay colours. Original green striped tail. More modern blue livery. But overall, good landings at Kai Tak today. Good landings, very good landings. Yes, pale scenery. This is the SimWings Kai Tak. Costs €20 available on Sim Market, and it's probably the nicer of the Kai Tak scenery so far. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kai Tak. Flight time saves about 1 hour and 19 minutes, with the temperature outside currently 12 degrees centigrade. We thank you for flying Cathay Pacific, we wish you a safe on journey, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. So we'll do the pleasantries to passengers now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kai Tak. Flight time saves about 1 hour and...
Jet bridge is connecting, so passengers will disembark shortly. Planes making their way to gates now.
Again in the very near future. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check.
Some more power is available, so turn those on. APU off. Well done everyone spinning each other. Yes, massive credit to people who flew today. Single runway makes things very difficult when it comes to while maintaining spacing with landing. But no, massive credit to everyone who flew with us today. You've been fantastic with giving some space. So yeah, let's have a ground of scenery, shall we? Passengers disembarking, so they'll be off the aeroplane in a couple of minutes. Otherwise, scenery again, looking very good indeed. Apart from a few of the rides, I'll probably drop a message up saying, hey, some of your roads being a bit off. Otherwise, you've got Flying Tigers, Chinese Airline, you've got Cathay Pacific, Pan Am, stuff around the place. The odd Heiko cargo warehouse over there. Small towns dot around, buildings everywhere. There's the more external, out of the way storage bits, Cathays and Pan Ams and Swisses apparently as well. Swiss 320, I want to say 220 all of a sudden there, but no, it's an A320 Neo obviously. And then here comes the final aircrafts. Makes way now to the terminal. But again, massive credit to everyone who flew. The landing today looking rather good. We'll start the replay. We'll do the passenger disembarking now, so... Actually, one more thing I want to look at as well. Inside the terminal, I spotted some people. Yes, even the terminal interior has actually been modelled. Very nice. So if I go to slower drone cam, almost like walking speed. Yeah, got a few cool phones. There's our aircraft at gates. It's a very nice scenery list, I must say. Beautiful from these guys. You've got the lower levels, a few more payphones, a few people dotted around. They've done a fantastic job with this. Cannot fault it, cannot fault it. In fact, let me drop a link to the scenery again. So, this is the Kai Tak. There you go. This here is the link for Kai Tak. Very good indeed. Right, this is about the aircraft. Let's get ourselves the replay, shall we? How to capture thumbnail streams? Yes, some landings I practice, otherwise it's just a generic thumbnail that I'll take at some stage. Right, let's have a look. So, Cathay 475, 748 from Taiwan, Taipei to Kai Tak, 1 hour 21 flight time, planned departure 1859 1909, 34, 30, 3 to 5 passengers, 90% satisfaction, 114 landing rates with block time of 1 hour and 144, sorry. Header schedule, soft landing. Wish I gave you some food, yes, because it's just the landing thing at the takeoff there. Recommend you at work, landing's very smooth, passengers is there. If you want to look at the landing in more detail, you can do so via this link here. We're now going to disconnect from IVAO as well, so we can do the replay properly without appearing on the radars. Give me a second. It's been so slow today, the internet. Well, streaming of course, so probably it's been so slow. Right, there's the flight report if you're interested. Let us now load up landing replay. Again, apologies if it takes a little bit of time to load this. Sometimes it can be a bit CPU resourceful heavy. So press load, and just wait for the airplane to load. There we go. Now just got to wait for the replay tools to load. And then we'll do the left-hand side. Then we'll do the fun right-hand side. We can do both the first class and the second class seats. And then we'll do the rest. So let's stick the aircraft on final. Frame rate's not looking too healthy, the replays, but that's just down to the fact it's a replay on a very heavy aircraft. Right, here we go. Let's have a look. The replay's a mod. FlightControlReplay comes out in a couple of weeks. Not released yet, still in development. This is like a beta test for it. So you come on in, right hand turn. Can't see much from this side, it's the other side. That's a lot more fun, as you can probably guess. Again, just looking at the buildings down below. There's the checkerboard.
200.
And then there's the airport. Such a crazy approach to this. There's the adverts. It's got all the fancy adverts as well, so the Coca-Cola adverts outside the runway as well. That's all there.
30. 20. 10.
And there's landing. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's do it again now. We'll do it from economy class first, then we'll do first class. So economy class. Replay mode is a mod. FlightControlReplay comes out in a few weeks. Yeah, negative economy class, you get the engine heat burn effect, and therefore makes everything a bit blurry. But the scenery is fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. There's the turn. There's a famous turn. There's the sports pitch. I must say, I'm proud of this landing. I'm very proud of this landing. Over the airports. There's the Coca-Cola adverts.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Can't fault that. Top thing, FlightControlReplay. FlightControlReplay. I mean, just look at the scenery. It's so fantastic. It's a shame that Kai Tak was closed and retired. Means that I personally get to miss out on it, and I'm sure a lot of aviation enthusiasts miss out on it as well. Another side from the first class this time window. Yeah, you're in a 747, you're at the height of apartment buildings right outside your window. It's such a precise approach, this one. The actual pathway itself, they got lower buildings for the sake of actually flying over them. It's so precise, it's amazing. There we go, right hand turn. Over Kowloon. Can you do... Okay, Kai Tak to Hong Kong, Chapter Cock. Maybe one day with the short flights. In we go. And...
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
touchdown. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, that's... Yeah, top bar, FlyLive Studio. Right, one more well, I'll do one more from the external views. If I want to do it from the actual... Drone cam's good for the angles, but to get the turnings alright, we'll do it like that. So come on then, you can see the peaks of the buildings down below. Is it Kowloon, sorry. Kowloon, sorry. Honestly, the replay is the most exciting bit of this flight. Just how good it looks. Here we go.
200, 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Just missed touchdown markers by a couple of centimetres, that. There we go. Touchdown in Hong Kong. And then just watch me, I'm kicking the rudder in. Because of how ineffective the rudder is, just can't quite get a grip on it. So not quite centre. That's because the rudder is so painful in this sim at the moment. Do one more from the top down, I'd say. Here we go, the right hand turn, because again, the runway, because of the city and the mountains, the runway's not aligned with the approach path, you have to come and do it. It's so much fun! So much funness. I might do, yeah, if I ever liked Hong Kong in the future, sorry Chap Blackcock, but this is the airport to land at. Living Kai Tak. Okay, nice and central. In for a touchdown.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
I always put the drone on the ground. Afraid not, sir. AC-36. I'm afraid drone cam is not independent, and therefore we do miss out on that. Oh, I can't do landing without one more view. Probably the most important view of any aircraft's tail view. There we go. This is the one you all want. Fisheye tail view. Right, this is the last one, and then we'll end the stream. You should record a replay feature if you'd love it. I probably will do, actually, Kendall. I probably will do. So, in we go. There's the checkerboard. There's the right hand turn. The Drawyah model cost €18 on release. €18. FlightControlReplay.
300, 200, 100, 50, 40, 30,
And
10.
down. Right, so that brings us now to the end of our stream. Again, a massive thank you to those of you who on the stream today. Again, round of applause for the spacing and all that. Communication on IVAO Unicom was perfect. That was REDWING Sim's Hong Kong Kai Tak. Once again, let me drop you the download link if you're interested in getting the add-on yourself. That was Taipei to Hong Kong. That was the Cathay Pacific 747-8. And that was our flights today in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Thank you all very much for watching. You're all, and yes, my thank you to the donations as well, for people who support the channel as well. So, thank you all very much for watching. You take care of yourselves. Have a good week as well, Monday tomorrow. And I shall see you again in the very near future. Have a good one. Take care. And goodbye. Just love this. I'm going to sit here for the next like 10, 20, 30 minutes. Just watching this replay over and over and over again because it's so much fun. So much fun. And you get a 360 because why the heck not? This is why the add-on's not out yet. This is why the add-on's not out yet. Hopefully a few more bug fixes. It'll come out soon. Take care. Have a good one, boys. Bye-bye.